Greetings everyone, this is Vagar Kavi and today I'm going to discuss about the hullabaloo on Pakistan's attempted membership for BRICS and why some in Pakistani media or on the social media are making, I would say, mockery out of it. Now, before that, I think it's important to understand what's the process of getting a BRICS membership. As you know, the founding members include basically Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and then South Africa joined it. So these are the, I think, five big founding members. Later on, it started expansion, and now we find a couple of other countries also joined BRICS. And then, of course, there are a few terms that are used in BRICS membership. So it includes basically full members, and then there are partners also. And partners means that probably they are kind of observers, and the BRICS senior members are going to look at their conduct. And of course, there are certain principles that they have to follow, and gradually they are inducted as members. So it takes a while. Time, it takes less than a year at time. It takes 2 to 3 years. So Pakistan applied for BRICS membership this year because Russia was the chair, and Russian president was basically the president of this summit, which took place on 24th October. So early 24, Pakistan formally applied for BRICS. Now there is a process which I think we must understand, and it's one, of course, for education purpose. The other is that when you're doing a discussion, it should be an informed discussion. Now, if you look at BRICS expansion, there could be two or three ways that you can become a member. One is an interested country, so he can apply. It can apply. The other is that prospective BRICS member state, and then is an invited BRICS member state also. Like in case of Saudi Arabia, it was an invited member, and then in case she agrees, then it will become a full-fledged member. Now, a country is considered interested when its leader or foreign minister formally communicates its interest in becoming a new BRICS member to the BRICS chair. So, I think Pakistan, although it showed its intention in 2023, but formally it was applied this year when Russia was the chair. Then the chair will circulate the communication to interest of the interested country to existing BRICS member states. So that's the process. Then, of course, based on the agreed principles, standards, criteria, and processes and procedures for BRICS membership, is then discussed in, let's say, the BRICS members' different forums. Then, of course, there are representative or Sherpas from member states who then process it. So, looking at pros and cons, and then this lands up with the foreign ministers. So, BRICS foreign minister then formally recommend it to their leadership, and finally the leadership decides. So there is, I think, a three-tiered process that every member has to go through. Now, if you look at the current year, there was expansion. Of course, there were countries from Africa also inducted, but there were countries who had some challenges because it is also mentioned in the charter of the BRICS that BRICS leader will decide on BRICS membership on the basis of full consultation and consensus. So it means that all full members have to say yes. So anyone saying no, it becomes a kind of veto. And we have example of one India, let's say, putting hurdles against Turkey to become a full-fledged member. And that's where you find that Turkey is basically a partner, inducted as a partner, not as a full member. And then we have an example of Venezuela. It has very good relationship with Russia, especially President Putin. But there was an objection by Brazil because of their own reason in South America. And Brazilian president said that probably there was issue of recognition of the government of Maduro. So all told, Brazil rejected it, and then Venezuela couldn't be, let's say, accepted as a full member, despite, as I mentioned, that they had very good relation, even military relation with Russia. And we have seen even Russian military aircrafts visiting Venezuela when there was a crisis with the United States. Now, in case of Pakistan, the main hurdle was and is India. And definitely, if India is a pioneering member, it has a veto. And in case Indian government, the foreign ministry, and their leader, the Prime Minister, puts its foot down, it's not possible that Pakistan could have become a full-fledged member. So basically, we must understand the process before commenting on that. There's also a very strange trend in Pakistan and some of our well-wishers abroad that whenever there is a negative news, whether it is economic well-being of Pakistan or the challenges or diplomacy, at places you find Pakistan being very, very successful, and these journalists would never comment on that. I'll just give you example of October, and before that, and September, Pakistan was pushing for regional countries to take a stance on Afghanistan, especially terrorism emanating from Afghanistan. And this was discussed in the quadrilateral meet on 27-28 September on the sidelines of UNGA, and 4 of the quadrilateral members very categorically naming Taliban government had censored them and told them to shut down the terrorist factory, because Pakistan is one of the regional countries which is most affected by terrorism emanating from Afghanistan. It was a big success. Then we had a Moscow format. On 4th of October, the declaration came out in Moscow, in which again an extended, I think, a group of regional countries, including Central Asia, Iran, Pakistan, and India, they again put up a declaration condemning, terrorism emanating from Afghanistan and telling them to shut down. And there were names given to all the organizations like TTP. You had Daesh, you had those terrorist groups who operate against Iran or China or even against Russia and Central Asian states. So this was a big success for Pakistan. And if you look at diplomacy, Pakistan had a series of high-level visits, including Russian Deputy Prime Minister, followed by the holding of SEO. And before that, we had the Saudi high-powered delegation for investment in Pakistan. And now we've seen Prime Minister was there in Saudi Arabia. So there's going to be additional investment coming, inshallah. So all told, even before SEO, October was, I would say, a month which showed diplomatic prowess of Pakistan and Pakistan diplomacy reaching its targets or achieving its targets. Then came the SEO Summit, and for Pakistan it was a great honor to host the heads of government. Mainly the Prime Minister was supposed to attend. So we've seen, Prime Ministers from Russia, from China, from other brotherly countries, regional countries coming here, from Central Asia, and even India sent Foreign Minister Mr. Jaishankar. So all told, October was a big diplomatic success. But if you look at the cabal of Pakistan bashers, and I would say even they are motherland's bashers. Basically, when you abuse Pakistan, it's your motherland, it's your home. So if you feel good about it, that let's say Pakistan suffers some reverses, whether it is security, diplomacy, or economy, it becomes a matter of celebration for some. And this is not understood, that how could you be going against your own homeland. So I think this is a very important point to note. One, of course, when you're commenting on social media, let's say there is an opinion maker or influencer who can even put up fake news, and there's then a trend of bashing Pakistan, people's own homeland, and they feel joyous about it. So I think they need to get this themselves tested by some psychiatrist, that what is wrong with such Pakistanis or certain, let's say, expats who are sitting abroad and bashing Pakistan. So on the hullabaloo on BRICS, I would conclude by saying that first, understand the processes, understand that when you are applying for such a big forum, there has to be unanimous decision by members, and we know India would definitely put hurdles, and it was expected also. But Pakistan has now gone into a process. It has asked for membership, and then it now rests with Brazil, Russia, China, and even our other friends who have joined BRICS to support Pakistan, and one day it definitely will become member of BRICS. So this was, I think, a short comment on Pakistan's induction or attempt to get inducted into BRICS. What is the process and procedure, and why some people would feel good about it. So I think they need to be careful, do some research, look at the processes, and then comment. Thank you very much.